local all morning. You're watching Fox 61 Morning News.
Top of the hour at 6, a water main break in Thomaston has triggered a boil water advisory. Fox 61's Bristol Meza will have more on that advisory coming up in just a few minutes. But first, we want to say good Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us on Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Bridget Piorlo.
And America areas, we hope your morning's off to a great start so far. We're having a good one here. And we're checking in with Rachel Piscatelli. We've got the January thaw continuing, which is nice. You brought us back some mild temperatures. You were down south enjoying weekend.
I was. And it was quite nice. You know, depending on who you were with. My cousins were wearing extra layers at the beach.
At the beach.
So depends, I suppose, on what you can tolerate. But today is going to be warm over in Hartford and also across the state at 40s again for today. Temperatures 25 now in Torrington, though 27 in Waterbury, 32 degrees in Chester, and 22 in Willimantic, with our wind speeds now that are fine. So certainly not adding to what it feels like outside in spots. However, maybe dropping the numbers a degree or two for the kids at the bus stop. So planning for the 20s right now with mostly sunny skies into the afternoon. It's still going to be quite nice. Temperatures around 41 by lunchtime under a mostly to partly sunny sky, and into the afternoon and into after school plans, temperatures will hover in the middle 40s. So around 44 degrees in Naugatuck today, 45 in Hartford, 43 degrees in Brantford, southeastern Connecticut in the lower 40s, like at 41 in Stonington as well as in Mystic, 44 degrees in Griswold, and then up towards western Connecticut around 42 in Burlington and 43 in Torrington. Heading through the afternoon tomorrow, we are going to be tracking an opportunity for occasional showers starting after midnight tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. It's not going to be a super soaker of a day. We are not expecting this to be a washout by any means. There will be some dry hours with sunshine that is limited. We are not expecting much. Under cloudy skies and occasional showers, 47 degrees. After that, though, temperatures drop off into the 30s for tomorrow or for Thursday morning, into the mid to upper 30s in the afternoon, with a chance for a spotty snow shower throughout the morning. Mainly into the afternoon, it should be a drier second half of the day. Here's that rain chance for tomorrow. You can see it's not a widespread significant issue, but occasional showers are likely. We'll have more details on where we go from here. You'll walk you through this rain chance and get you caught up on what else you need to know for the rest of our work week coming up in just a bit. Here at 6:02, we are following this issue this morning on 84. Just heads up for folks over in Southbury. We do have this overturned vehicle that is causing some delays this morning because of it. Originally, it was blocking the entire roadway between 15 and 14 westbound 84. That has reopened, so we know that at least one lane back open this morning, but those delays are certainly stretching back as folks are starting to jump on the roadways. Bridgeport, Hartford, Southington, New Haven look fine this morning. And taking a look at your state line drive time, westbound 84 seeing the most delay at travel speeds at 45 miles per hour. Erica.
Rachel, thanks. 6:03 right now, and there is a boil water advisory happening in Thomaston after a water main break left homes and businesses without without water. Fox 61's Priscilla Meza is joining us live now. Priscilla, what happened? And also, what do people need to know? What do they need to keep in mind as they're waking up today?
Yeah, good morning, Erica. Well, what they need to know is that some businesses are still closed, like this Dunkin' Donuts that we are in front of right now. It actually has a note on the door from the health district that says that it is going to remain closed until further notice. But I'm going to take you over here where it all pretty much started. As you can see, they have repaired this section right here, but the community is still feeling the impact. Schools were closed yesterday and remain closed today as well. Now, Connecticut Water says people will want to boil their water before cooking or drinking it, but it is still safe to use without boiling it if you want to use it for bathing, cleaning, or sanitation or anything like that. And crews responded to 2 water main breaks here yesterday between 4 and 5 in the morning. Now, the breaks caused low or in some cases no water pressure for several homes and businesses, prompting the company to issue a precautionary boil water advisory. And by 7 last night, Connecticut Water said the main had been repaired and crews were for flushing the system, but the advisory will remain in place until water samples are collected and tested, and those results are expected within about 48 hours. So just to recap, people will still want to boil their water for cooking or drinking, but anything else is fine to use regularly. And again, the advisory will remain in place until water samples are collected and tested. And again, those results are expected to come back in the next couple of days. Customers will be notified as soon as the boil water advisory is lifted, and we will be sure to keep you updated on that as soon as we hear anything. But for now, live from Thomaston, Priscilla Meza, Fox 61.
All right, Priscilla, another mess for crews to clean up. Thanks for that update there. And happening today, the polls are now open for people in portions of Ledyard, Montville, and Norwich. The 139th district will fill the seat left vacant by a longtime state representative, Kevin Ryan. We have an update now from Glenn Kittle. He is joining us live from that area with what voters need to know before heading out to the polls. Good morning, Glenn.
Yeah, good morning, Bridget. Definitely one of those special elections that has a storyline to it that we've been all following, as that longtime representative Kevin Ryan died this past November after a long-time fight with cancer. And this blue-collar corner of Connecticut now looking to fill that seat, and those are some pretty big shoes to fill. 3 names are going to try and do it. 2 of them are on the ballot for today. That's Larry Pemberton Jr., who's the Democrat running for the seat, and Republican Brandon Sabag on the ballot. Now, Mark Adams is also campaigning to be the new representative for the 139th district as a write-in candidate. Now, voters may recall that Adams ran for the same seat in 2022 and in 2024. Early voting already happened in this area from January 8th through the 11th, and today polls are going to be open here at the Rose Senior Center from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. Now, we did get our hands on one of the sample ballots here. This is what voters can expect to see when they get to the polls today. You can see here Larry Pemberton Jr., the Democratic representative, on the ballot twice here under the Democratic Party and the Working Families Party. Republican candidate Brandon Sabag obviously under that Republican seat there. Now the write-in vote, that's where voters, if they want Adams, will write him in. So that's what you're going to see when you're heading inside the polls today for this special election. Once again, polls just opened a couple of minutes ago. They're going to be open all the way until 8 p.m. So if you are up this early and you want to get in here to vote, now is definitely the time to do it, as well as all day. Live in Norwich, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
Glenn, thanks for the update and the info there. 6:07 now. A shooting in downtown Bristol Sunday night landed 1 victim in the hospital, and police continue to search for the shooter. Bristol police have confirmed 1 man was shot and suffered non-life-threatening injuries. The victim took himself to a local hospital, according to police. Now, they believe it's an isolated incident, and people say they still feel safe. Neighbors say the area is busy during the day but quiet at night, and any commotion is uncharacteristic for this part of the city.
Especially after those hours, it's quiet over here. You know, there's barely any cars. Like, this is a quiet part of town. So I'm really surprised that even happened.
Police continue to investigate the shooting. They say it is an isolated incident. As of last night, they weren't able to give us any additional updates.
6:08 now. Police are continuing their investigation into a deadly shooting that happened last week in Danbury. 37-year-old Victor Quispy. He was shot inside his home by a traveling bullet that went through the wall of his neighbor's home. Fox 61's Solene Araf brings us new details on the suspect that the police are searching for this morning.
It's been a few days since police started their investigation at this townhouse behind me. Officers are still searching for a man they've issued an arrest warrant for, but police say this isn't his first run-in with the law. This is David Davisito Grulon. Police say this is a suspect they're looking for. By the time police got to the scene of the shooting, he was gone. James Pope is neighbors with the victim, where he's lived for years, but believes Quispy recently moved in.
No one feels good that a felon had a gun or whatever. Up, a couple buildings up.
According to records obtained by Fox 61, Grulon pleaded guilty to a Class B felony in 2005 for conspiracy assault and discharge of a firearm. The same year, he was charged with attempted murder, but prosecutors decided to stop trying the case. He was also found guilty the same year of assault in the first degree and serious physical injury, and he was found guilty one more time in 2007 for conspiracy assault in the first degree.
People make bad choices, and we don't always know exactly why, but it's obviously not good to take violence on anybody.
Roger lives in Danbury, and he just found out about the shooting. He says Danbury isn't the type of city to see a lot of crime like this, but it doesn't surprise him anymore when a shooting does happen.
This guy obviously shouldn't be having a gun around, doing whatever he's doing. Obviously, he's not using it to save somebody or protect somebody, but, it's just an unfortunate thing.
Someone left flowers at the victim's door who worked at this barber shop in town. According to their website, Quispy's worked in the field for more than 15 years. Danbury's Mayor Roberto Alves shared a statement on Facebook praying for his family, which includes his fiancée and a baby he says is on the way. You can find the mayor's full statement at our website at FOX61.com. Again, police don't think there's any threat to the public at this time. In Danbury, Solene Air, Fox 61.
6:10 now. Bethel police say they caught a convicted felon with a firearm last Thursday, and they say that gun was stolen from Maine. Officers say they were investigating Eric Stavola for a different incident when they found a loaded gun under a dresser in his home. The next day, officials pulled Stavola over to arrest him and found knives, drugs, and cash in his car. Stavola is out on bond. He's set to face numerous charges and expected in court next week. New Haven police have arrested 42-year-old Thomas Fargeorge. He's a former math teacher at Benjamin Jepson Magnet School and is accused of sending inappropriate text messages to a 13-year-old student. Police say a parent reported the messages and say they were not sexual and there was no physical contact. Now, that said, police said that the messages were, quote, outside what would be expected in his role as a teacher. Fargeorge has been charged with harmful communication with a minor. The school district released a statement saying that the district acted immediately and removed him from the classroom and notified police and DCF. The district also says that there were no prior complaints involving the teacher.
A 24-year-old man is dead after he crashed into a tree early yesterday morning in Hamden. State police say Luis Rodas Pech was driving on Route 15 North around 2:15 when troopers say he lost control of his vehicle and crashed into a tree. It happened near exit 46, which is the old exit 59. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Investigators are now trying to figure out what caused him to crash.
Well, it's not every day you see a truck on top of a car, but this is the aftermath of a 3-car crash in Essex. Police said it happened Sunday at the intersection of West Avenue and Saybrook Road. Well, we're still working to find out if anyone was hurt, but officials say it was a team effort by 3 agencies to help get the cars back on the ground, mitigate any hazards, and assist with traffic in the area.